Hello everybody, this is Fadi again from Parametric BIM, and in this tutorial we are going to learn how to create a small house or a single house in Revit. It is a complete project. Maybe it will take 2 videos or 3 videos, I don't know actually right now, but in this tutorial we will start in this project by creating the building. So without further additions, let's dive into Revit and see how we can do that. In this tutorial I will use AutoCAD and import some sketch for this house, and to show you how is the procedure to import the CAD files to Revit in order to start, or you can also start from the scratch, but this will help you at least in the outlines, and then you will continue by detailing in Revit. But before we getting started, I would like to ask you to subscribe the channel and like the videos if you are interested in this kind of videos in the future. So let's getting started. So I am here in AutoCAD, as you see, and I have this small plan of a small house, which is a ground floor plan for a small single house that contains from living room, kitchen, bathroom and bedroom. But the problem here that I have also multiple drawings such as elevations or something like that. So what is the solution here? Because I want just this plan to be in one view in Revit. So I will use this technique in order to have this plan. You can also delete these and also have this one only, but I have another technique. But before doing that, I will try to clean up what is not required. For example, these dimensions, I don't want them to be in my view, so I will get this is enough, so that because I want to retracing these lines in Revit. So once I have this, I want just this one to be in my view, so I will try now to have this one. How can I do that? I will try to press W for window, and I will have this window also. So this window is asking me to select the object, so I will click here and select my object or the drawing that I want to include in my view, and then click OK. You have the opportunity to save it anywhere you want. I will save it on my desktop, and let's give it a name of ground floor or something like that. OK, and save it. Also for the units, you have to be sure what the units you have to. So I will try to use meters in order to let Revit I determine what is the units. Okay, after that I will go to Revit, and then I will click on new. For new, I will choose my own template, which is Parametric BIM template, and in next videos I will show you how you can set up your own template also. So I will click OK and try to now start the new project. Now once I was in Revit, I will go to Insert, and then I will go to Import CAD, and I will go to choose my ground floor that I have selected. You have now this window, so try to click here for current view only, and then for these the colors, I always prefer to have black and white. You have the opportunity to preserve the layers if you have layers, or invert them to another colors, but I will choose black and white. And then for the import, I know that I worked in meters, so I will choose meters. And for here positioning, you have the opportunity to auto link this drawing, but I will choose manual origin or manual center and click open. Once I clicked open, I will have the plan that I created or bring it from AutoCAD. You have the opportunity to put it anywhere you want, so I will put it here and try to work over that. So I am here in Revit with my imported plan. So I will try to use these lines to retrace the work on them. So first I will start with my walls and choose wall architecture. Now you have the opportunity to choose what you have walls, but I will go with exterior wall, which is the generic that I have created in this template. Once I click here, I will have the opportunity to choose from where these walls are starting, from level 1 to level 2. It will give me as a default, so it is okay for me. And I will now try to draw over these walls from level 1 to level 2. But if you have other plans, or such as first floor plans, you have to play with that and you have to add levels to what you want. And also, as you see, I have here a green tab here. You can control the drawing from here. For example, the location line, which is the wall center line or core center line or exterior interior. You have the opportunity to choose from these. We will talk about that separately in a separate video about walls, but for now I will try to draw from the wall center line, and I have the opportunity to pick the lines. So I have these lines from AutoCAD, so I will pick these lines to draw over them. Once I have that, you can see that I can pick this line. So let's try to change that from wall center line to maybe exterior. So once I click that, you can see that I override these walls by that. But let's check what is the thickness of these walls and then try to adjust our walls, because I see that there is something here. So maybe can press TL to see that you have also the thickness is more than we have. So I will try now to go to modify and annotate and measure our walls here. So you have 30 centimeter, for example, but for that it is 35. So I will go here and click and select our walls and go to edit type. I will duplicate that. Maybe you can rename it as exterior wall for this project, single house, for example, and click OK. And I will go to structure, edit, and try to have finish and structure. So maybe you can also give a finish, for example 10, and it will have 30. And once you click OK, you can see that our walls adjusted with the walls in the imported AutoCAD. So I will try to now to create similar, and then click all over the way like that, and now after that you can trim and extend these walls simply by using the trim and extend to corner in order to close the area that we have for this house, such as like that. So now if I want to the 3D, you can see that I finished the walls of this single house. And for now, let's add the interior walls with the same procedure. So I want to go to architecture, wall, and try to maybe choose this interior wall in this template, and then I will go with the same procedure and pick lines, choose exterior. It will be exterior as default because it is the last thing that we have chosen, and then I will try to make something like that, pick the lines from the AutoCAD. There is no need to choose this one because I will extend it here. I think we have done. So maybe now we can use the trim extend single element or multiple if you have multiple. I will choose this one and extend this one to here and choose this line and extend this to here. So by that we finished the interior walls for this small single house. Now let's see something important that we are forgetting from the start, that we have here 0 and minus 30 here. So we have another level, which is the outside ground of this house, small house, because as you see and you notice we have two stairs here, and also for here we have two stairs. This means that we have a level which is the outside or the out ground or the outside of the house. So I will go now to any elevation, let's say that the north or the south, and try to add another one. Maybe this is 0 0. So I will try to click on the level and create similar, and then I will pick this level, but let's give here for the offset minus 0.3 because I am working in meter. No, it's in centimeter here in Revit, so I have to put minus 30 here, and let's put it below the 0. I will get this 0.3. As you notice, we have here small sign. You can click on it because the levels will be at that side and also for that one, but it will be also here. So you have the opportunity to click on this small circle to put it like that. You have now the opportunity to maybe change the names of level 1, level 2, level 3. Let's say that we want to change it. You can click on it and try to type, for example, ground floor. And for the level 3, it will give you also this message that you have the to change it also in the project browser. So I am going with yes, and as you see, once I put yes, the level name changed from level 1 to ground floor. Also for level 3, maybe you can rename it for example outside or anything you want, maybe the site level or something like that. And also for level 2, I will go with for example maybe floor, a roof floor, and click here OK and yes. So now maybe we can go to the 3D. Maybe you can select this one and also select all instances visible in a view, and in that case I will go for the base constraint or the base offset with minus 30 because the walls must be extended to the exterior level or the outside level. Also for the interior, maybe you can do that, but we have also not to do that for the interior, just for the exterior. Okay, now we have done with the walls and the levels. Let's move to maybe the floors. So I will go and add the floor here on level 1 or the ground floor. So I will go to ground floor, and now I will go to architecture, floor, and let's choose floor architectural. Once you choose that, you have the opportunity to draw any wall, but because we have walls or lines, we can pick lines or pick walls. And this is very important because when you have a section, you have to extend your floors to the structural element of the walls. So I will go with big walls, and now pick these walls like that, and as you see the lines will be extended to our structural element. So now you can press OK, and you will have this message, and this message tell you that you want to attach or something like that for the walls I will go with no. And then you will have this floor. If I go to 3D, you can see that we have these floors. We have this floor on the ground floor of our house. But now there is something important that you have to check also here, which is the inside and outside of the walls. So I will go with from coarse to fine to see what we have here. As you see here, we have the finish in the outside, and this is okay, but in other walls we can see that we have the finish in the inside, and this is not what we want. So simply you can flip it out like that, but it will be here. So you can use now the align tool to align these walls, something like that. And also for all the walls you can do the same procedure. I will align these in order to make them in the correct way. So as you see, the finishes will be outside here, and also for all the walls I will do the same procedure. And now, once you have done with the walls, you can notice that there is some modification here. This interior wall will be this with this side, so I will use align and simply choose this line, and it will be fixed automatically. So now we have done with the floor and the walls. Let's add the windows here that we have. But as you see here, if I go to coarse and also for the fine or for the medium, I will not see the windows here or here, or as it was in the AutoCAD. So what is the problem here? That our walls came over the imported. You can simply have many ways to do that, and let's say show your windows in order to also put the windows in Revit over them. You can choose the imported and then came here to the properties, and as you see for others here we have draw layer, which is background. You can simply go with foreground and you can see your windows over the walls. Even you have course here, you can see also them. But also there are another approaches for here. Maybe you can also, if you don't know this procedure and you have background and you haven't the opportunity to make it foreground, let's suppose that maybe you can go here for the visual style and make it as a wireframe, but it is closed because I here have a view template, and also I will learn you how you can do a view template for all role plans, for example, or elevations or site plan. You can also came here to visual visibility and graphics, and also or not visibility and graphics, you have to go to the let's say the not the annotation or analytics. You have to go to model display, and for that you can choose wireframe, and okay, you have now the wireframe. But also we can't see that because we are in the course. If you go to fine, you can see that as you see. But the simplest way also to choose the foreground. So I will go back now and choose my imported and came with foreground like that. And also now the time to add the windows and the doors for the plan. So simply you can go to architecture and then you go to windows. So you will have some families about windows that you can choose and and use in your project. But if you are not interested, you can go and load family from your family you have from the libraries of Revit. But I will choose now anyone and modify it after that for this tutorial. So once I choose, as you see, the window is hosted in a wall. So I will click here. Maybe you can have the opportunity to make it recessed or flush as you want, so that the cell of the window will be inside in that way and outside in that way. So I will choose something like that. But as you see, my window here is smaller than the window, so simply you can go now and edit type, and let's duplicate that. Anyway, you can rename it. Okay, and you can now play with the dimension or the width of the window. So I have here this window which is 142, but you have to now have the information or the knowledge about the width of your let's say window. So I will go back and then go to annotate, and let's measure from here to here to see that our window is 2 meter or 200 centimeter. So I will go back, click on the window and edit type and give 200 centimeter for the width. And as you see, our window automatically came with the window that we have. But let's suppose that maybe like that. So you can simply also use the align and align this window to your wall. You have the opportunity to lock it also or unlock it. So if I go to 3D, I can see that the window came in this wall. Also, the cell height is very important topic to say about that. So the default cell height here for the family is 21.5, but you can also change it for all the type, or you have the opportunity to this is an instant parameter, so you can change just for this window. For example, if I click 100 maybe and 20 centimeter, you can see that the window came over because the cell height will be from the ground floor about 120 centimeter. And also you can change it from this parameter, temporary parameter dimension. For example, if I put maybe 100, you can see that the window came below. So this is the way. If you want to modify the windows and the dimension of windows, also you have the opportunity maybe to change the height of the window. Maybe I want it to be 120 or 150, let's say. So once I click apply, you can see that it will be changed. Maybe it is not obvious to you. Let's say that 100 and apply. You can see that it will be changed automatically because we have these parameters of the dimension. So this is the way how you can change the height of the window, the cell of the window, the width of the window, and the parameters also that we have in this family of this window. So I will now try to also give some windows here. So I will go window and choose this type or another type, but let's say see what is the dimension of our windows here. So I will click here and see that we have two windows maybe similar to each other. Let's say it's 1 meter width, so you can go and choose something with width of let's say 100, but we don't have, so let's choose this one. Maybe you can put it here and click and edit type and repeat the same procedure, because the width is 100 and 100 centimeter, and also the height I will choose all of them 150 centimeter. You can see that it is fixed. Maybe it is not fixed, or maybe it is not fixed as we want, so I will go with TL. As you see, there is a difference here, so I will use to align this window to be at this side. And also now I will go and create similar, and also put this one here. Maybe we have another one similar in the kitchen here, and also we have one, maybe we can use this one because it is maybe the same. Let's say yes, it is the same. And also for the bathroom I will go and click for another one. Let's take a small one. I think that we have to measure also what is the dimension here. It is 60, so you can choose the window. You also have to duplicate and arrange your names, your windows of the families that you have in this template or this project. But for the tutorial you get the point. Maybe I think it is 60 for the width, and for the height let's take maybe 75. Anyway, you can adjust that and adjust this dimension once you want. And also I will go with to align this window with what we have here. So I think everything is okay. This is for the accurate, but for the point I think that you got it. If I go to 3D, you can see that I have these windows on our walls, but let's say that we have to unify the top or the head of the windows here. So I will go to align and also click tab here to tap the top of this wall of this window and align the window of the bathroom to it. You have the opportunity to lock them together. So now we have done with the windows. Let's add the doors. So also with the same procedure I will go with architecture, door, and we have here a double door. Maybe you can choose one of them because we have double. Okay, let's choose one of them. Maybe you can see that they are not aligned together, but there is no important. It is not important. You can choose it, and maybe you can also load your own family. But let's see what is the dimension or the width of this door. It is 138, so you have to come to the family, edit the type, and give the width of 138. Apply that. You have also to duplicate that and also move it something like that in that side, maybe like that. It's good. And we have also here a small or a single door, so you can go to door and try to choose from this template or the template you have a door with the same dimension approximately. Maybe something like that is good. Maybe it is not aligned together. You have to also to measure that. It is 90 for ours, but for the, let's say, the imported, it is 86. There is no important, it is near to this. So now we have the doors and windows as you see. Maybe we have forgotten the doors of the bathroom and the bedroom, so let's go to ground floor and let's choose this one, create similar. Let's put one here and also one here. Click space to mirror it, something like that. I think it is the similar of the AutoCAD. No, I will click space. It is like that. Maybe you need to move it some bit like that. And now we are done with the doors. Let's now add some furniture to this plan. So I will go, also I will hide this one, HH, to hide it. Also we can go now to architecture component, and then we will try to put some furniture here. Maybe this bedroom is good. Let's put it at the other side here, maybe like that. If you want to play with that, you can also go to the family and give it another side, maybe a little bit smaller like that, but I will go with the larger one, the queen. And then I will go to component. Let's add a storage here. If I have some components such as storage, maybe I think we have to find some storages or something like that. We have to find some storages in the component here. So I will go with the storage here with 60 or 40. I will put one here, and as you see, this is a specially component that work with some parameters from click start to click end, and you can also load some families from insert and load family, and you can go to the library and bring some components. Let's add some components to the living room. So I will go to furniture or the component. I will maybe have some sofas here. Let's start by the traditional one. I don't know if it is here. You can download or load it from the family, from the library. Maybe I have this. Let's take this one, 3 seats here. I will put one here, and also I will bring a TV component. Maybe I have one here like that, and it is hosted in the wall, so I can play with that like that. Maybe it is good like that. And let's see the kitchen now, how we can do that. Let's now reset and see that we have a counter here. Maybe you can move this like that. We have a counter here that maybe you have a custom design. So I will now go to component, model in place, and will try to choose maybe generic model or furniture system. It is not important. This is for the categories when you have to make schedules for that. So I will go with extrusion, and I have the I think the work plane is a ground floor, so it is good. I will choose maybe I will draw over these walls, these lines, to have this, and then maybe I can click this small circle. Maybe we can trim and extend these together, and then try to close the area. And for the start is from 0 ground to 90 centimeter. It is good for the counter. So I will make something like that and finish the model. And also for the kitchen, I will add some components for the, let's say, the cabinets. So I will go to component. I think in this template there will be something special for the there is some special for the kitchen, so I will go with the lower cabinets of the kitchen. Start from here to here. Yes, I think we have got some conceptual drawings in the plan for these components, and these components you can see that they are abstracted. It is not with details. This is just to maybe show your customer the components and their scales and something like that in the first and the early design stages of your design. But later on you can play with the family and make some details for that. So I will go back also and maybe add some refrigerator here. We need a refrigerator for the kitchen, so I will go with this one. Maybe try to make space, put it here. Maybe it will be good here. Okay, for the bathroom also I will go also. Let's try to hide this to see what we have. I will go also with component, try to find some plumbing maybe for a closet. Let's say if we have, yes, we have a water closet here. Let's put it here, and it is hosted in a wall. And also let's bring a shower. I think we have a shower here in this template. And if you don't have these components, you can load them from the library. Yes, we have a shower here. Maybe we can have a smaller one like that. And if you are not interested, try to make space. Yes, it is good. I will align it to the edge also like that. Let's put the sink here. So I will bring a sink. Maybe you can find the sink here. Kitchen sink. No, it's not. Maybe we can also have a sink here. Yes. And try also, if you have some problem here, you can put it in on face, because if you place on a vertical face, it will be like that, or on work plane, it will be on the work plane, which is the ground floor. So also we have to add a sink here. I think we have a sink that is different from the kitchen sink. I think tube, no, let's take another sink. Maybe we have sink. Yes, we have here sinks. Maybe we can choose a medium one for this area, because we have a restricted area in this bathroom. You can play with that. You can put in the outside also a sink, and do whatever you want. And let's put here a dining table, or make something like dining area here. So I will go and choose a table circular, maybe this one. And if you want to put the chairs around it, in previous video I showed you how you can do that. So you can choose a chair now. I will choose a chair, for example this one. Space to rotate it in the same. And as you see, I have here one chair with this table, but I want to make 4 chairs around this table. So simply you can copy it maybe and rotate, but instead of doing that, you can do the array and choose the polar. And here I will choose 4, and will make a place here for the center of this table, and try to bring the second one here, and it will automatically generate 4 chairs around this table, as you see here. And I showed that in the previous video. If you don't see it, I will put it above in the card. So now we have, maybe I think it is okay for the furniture. If you want, you can add any component you want from the component, and if you don't have that, you can go to the libraries and add the component that you want. So now we are done with the furniture. So let's now check if everything is okay. I think I have here some error, because this wall is not aligned with this wall from the imported CAD. So I will try to fix it by move it. It's not about the accurate. You can use the align to be accurate, but just for this tutorial I will move on quickly. So I will now maybe hide this one, HH, to hide this. You can notice that the window of the bathroom is not shown, or it's not obvious here, because this issue is related to the view range. So how we can fix that? I will go now to the view range here. Maybe we have to change this to none in order to open the view range. I think we have something here that is called the view range. So this is related to the cut plane, because if you see here that we have here something that is the cut plane is not cutted the maybe the bathroom window. So because the cut plane is over 120 centimeters, so I will put it to 200, and let's see if I apply that. You can see that the window is appeared in the plan. So this is how you can fix this issue. And now I will go back and apply the view range, the view template to let's say the site plan, in order to have the unified representation of all plans that we have. And I will show you that how you can do the view template in next videos. Now I think we are done with the walls, interior walls, exterior walls, the furniture, and the floor. Let's add the roof, or the second floor, or the roof floor plan to the top of this. I think we have to make a flat roof, but if you want to make a footprint, I also provided another video. You can go to the channel, and or I will put it in the card above. Now let's go to roof floor and add a roof, or I will also use, maybe you can use a floor or a roof here. You have maybe to add the roof by footprint, and also do not define the slope to make it flat. But I will go now in this tutorial to architectural floor. And now this is important that you have to choose the big wall, because we have also the walls with the structural and the finishes. So I will choose these walls, but also you can see here that we have an important issue, which is extend into wall to core. If I do not click it, you can see that it will be in that side, but this is not accurate actually, because we have also, as you see in the previous, that we have to extend these floors to the finishes. So I will come from here. You can see that you have the hidden line, so you have to choose this one in this case, because I want my floor to be extended to the finishes, or the last of the structure. And if you want to change that, you can play with the extend into wall to core or something like that, or play with the floor lines once you finish. But in my case, I am interested in that, and I will show you why I am doing that. If I click OK, it will ask me if you want to attach the walls to this roof or floor. I will not attach it now, and I will choose no for that. And as you see here, if in the 3D, I will have this one, because I want to attach them manually now for these walls, which are the interior. So now I want to go to ground floor and have a section here. So I will create a section here and double click here to see what we have in this section. As you see, we have this floor and this floor and these walls, and they are interacting with each other, but this line must be removed. How we can remove that? We can remove that by going to modify and then join geometry. I will join this floor with this wall, and as you see, it will be removed automatically. And also for this one, I will do the same, and also for the ground floor, I will do the same, and also here. And as you see, if I turn to fine, you can see that this is the correct way of joining the floor to the walls here or at the top. But now, as you see, the interior walls also is interacting with the roof or the floor. So we have now, maybe I can now choose this one and attach top base, and then choose the wall here. And also for the others, maybe you can also, for if you have a bigger project, you can select all instances visible in a view, and by one click you can attach them to the roof. And if I make a section box here, I don't know if the section box is appeared here. Let's see. We have to find the section box here, but it is not appeared. So how we can appear that? By coming here to reveal hidden element, you can see that we have this section box that already hidden. So I will unhide this and then re-click on the reveal, and let's make a section box here to be sure that everything is okay. I think that all the interior walls, but maybe this is exterior walls, so all the interior walls are attached to the floor. This is good. So I will go back and uncheck the section box and then go back to the ground. Let's hide that. HH also to have this plan. Now something important that I want to, maybe these hatches came from the top of the roof. I will choose now this roof. You can play with the, let's say, the material of the roof, because the material, we have some hatches here, so you can simply now maybe remove these hatches or choose another one, because if you see that we have exterior decking default, if I came here and you can see from the graphics that we have hatches here, if you want you can remove it or change this one, only this one, to maybe another floor, let's say concrete, or another floor like that. And if I go, also I have these lines which are not, I don't know why we have them now here, maybe because of the view range or something like that, but it is not important. You can select it and also edit type, and let's go to the tiles. Maybe you can use this in the bathroom, for example, and click none button for that type, and you will get a good idea here, a good result of what you want. This is an important issues for the representation of your plans. So now we have done with the plan. Another thing to show you here is that, as you see, if I go to course, I am in course now, but we have these maybe colors. Maybe you want to change it to black, so you can go to edit type, but you have to choose the wall and then edit type. And as you see here in the graphics, the course scale fill is something of gray, so you can simply change it to black and you will get that result in the course. But if you change now to fine, you will get this result. So I will go to course, and also for the interior you can do the same thing. You can go to the graphics and then give it a black color to have this result, if you are interested in this kind of representation of the floor plans. Now if you are not interested in this section, you can simply click to it and hide element in view, and you will get this one. And also for the imported, if you are done, you can do the same. And now let's go back to our section to see some issues. Now if you turn to course, you can see that we have these black colors, but for the floors also you have to do the same thing. For the graphics you can choose the black and okay to have this result for the roof, but because they are not the same, also we have to choose this one and then change it to black like that to have this result. But if you go to fine and you want to make some materials. Maybe you can make some hatches now. Let's do that together to see the results. So now if I click to edit type, and maybe for the material of this one, and for the cut plane, for the cut pattern, maybe you can choose this hatches for the reinforced concrete or something like that in another scale. But let's do that. For choose the diagonal cross hatches for the cut pattern, and you can see that we have this representation. And also for the other one, you can go and make the same thing for the cut pattern. So I will go to the cut pattern here and give it the same thing, which is the diagonal cross hatch. Apply like that. Maybe they are not the same, I don't know. Maybe let's try to choose the other one. I don't know, maybe this one. Yes. And also for the walls, if you want to give it some material for the finishes, for example, let's give the material such as stone. Let's try to give a stone. Try to write stone here. You can have maybe this. It is not important. You can play with that and have the correct material that you want. Maybe we can give diagonal down, and let's try to see. And also for the structure, maybe you can give it also something like concrete. Let's try to see if we have concrete. Yes, we have concrete here. Concrete cast in place, exterior concrete. And for the cut pattern, maybe we can give it something like that. I think now we have the hatches, but also the concrete, because these walls have a concrete on the surface pattern. So I will go back on the concrete material and then try to give none here, so we can get this result for this section. But maybe if you want to play with the scale of the concrete, you can do that by going back and go to the concrete here. For the cut pattern, you can press on this edit fill button and then play with the scale. Maybe we can give it 0.3 for example. If you want that, you can get this result with more let's say smaller scale of the concrete. Okay, maybe we need to make some barbed here, so I will choose the wall. Maybe you can play with this arrow a little bit, and you have the opportunity to give maybe a specific. Let's give 0.045. Oh yes, it is in centimeter, 45, like that. You can do the same. Maybe from the 3D we can use the align tool. Let's choose the align tool, or you have the opportunity to select them and give them the offset. But let's make the align now and try to choose the multiple align. So I will go here. Maybe you can make multiple alignment to prefer. Choose this one. Let's try to do that another time. I will choose this one and align them together like that. Oops. Maybe try again. Yes, yes. And as you see, the floors is extended to the finishes to get the result here in the section. And this is an interesting result. You can play with that. Maybe you can give now for the view template, give it for example something like 3D view to give some representation of the shadows, you can play with the shadows and get whatever you want. So this is the way how you can maybe represent your section in a good way for the construction. If I go back to the course, I will get this result for the early design, conceptual design, and something like that. Let's go back to our ground floor. Let's to see what we have. Maybe the interior walls also need to have some materials, so I will go to the materials here. Maybe I can find something like brick. Yes, I have this brick. Maybe for the cut pattern it is good, or you can change it as you want and change the scale as I showed you. So I will go OK, and you will have this representation for the interior walls. And also if I turn back to the course, you will have this color that we assigned to it. I think this is enough for this tutorial. This is too much, and maybe in the next video I will show you how to add the stairs and also the site plan for this project. And also if I go to 3D, you can see the topography here, how we can create the topography alongside our small house, and also some site components in this project. So if you are interested in these videos, like and share these videos, and also do not forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos such as these. Have a nice day.